President, you mentioned medical professionals. You compared them to soldiers going.
Okay, again, we're going to sum up some of what we just witnessed. That gets me to one of the other points. The president has decided to get involved in this U.S. Navy matter, talking briefly about the captain of the Teddy Roosevelt, the nuclear carrier F-18 pilot, the aircraft they fly in the Navy. Back up, talked about his call with Joe Biden, has apparently convinced himself that we have as many positive cases as we do because we're doing more testing now. He thanked American citizens for doing a great job. He said, stay inside. But on the topic of the 8 outlying states who are not part of the stay-at-home recommendation, he blamed that on the Constitution. He said from a moral, constitutional standpoint, he didn't want to recommend such a thing. He called the states a localized form of government, reminded everybody again that in his view, the U.S. moved early, as he keeps putting it, by closing off China and Europe, which did not happen. He also defended testing. We'll probably have quite a few tests, he said, of himself and presumably the vice president, because the system of testing now is so quick and so easy. A reporter hopped on that, reminded him of the testing troubles in the country. He audibly sighed at one moment. Dr. Fauci got up briefly. He said, in response to a question about when we're getting back to normal, he said, pre-corona back to normal may not ever happen in this country, though he was confident in our ability to solve the current curve. The president talked about the curve. He said people can't even believe how low some of these bumps are, mentioned California by name. That's what got him into social distancing. He said a lot of equipment is being moved by aircraft. He said, again, Daniel Dale, the fact checker of this administration, de facto, keeps finding fault with this. The president again today insisting testing is done when people get onto those planes and testing is done when people get off of those planes. Talking about air traffic in the United States, which is just not true. He again was troubled upon hearing reporters' questions that our testing was somehow troubled. A reminder to all watching, we have no earthly idea how many Americans are walking around with this virus because we are not doing widespread testing as a percentage of the population. He went after Jonathan Karl, the ABC News White House correspondent, author, journalist, said, you'll never make it. Went after the Obama administration, said we had no ammunition, again, when he started as president. Called Chuck Schumer a lightweight and a disgrace, and relitigated the Mexican border, relitigated his problem with the Democratic Party, said by him that checkpoints between U.S. states were fine, clearly laid out his view of mitigation as being finite, said let's get it done, talked again about a short period of time. And finally, he said to the press corps, I wish the politicians would say to you what they say to us. Long way of getting into